Hello and welcome to our discussion of the patch notes for
The new
Lulu.
patch, the creepy little girl with a fairy.
It's called a Fae.
It's a fairy, look at it.
Fae.
You're Fae.
Faggot.
She's creepy no matter what.
Okay, let's get to the point. Look, she's called Lulu, so
She's creepy, yes. She even have a creepy name.
it's actually the same name as a character from Final Fantasy X.
And that's a creepy game.
Actually, it is kind of a creepy character, but he has a lot.
He has.
She has. Oh, sorry. God damn it. She has boobs, large boobs. That's okay. Okay.
How can you compare that to the little girl running around the forest?
She might not be a little girl. Forest creatures always go like, "Oh, look at me! I'm 300 years old."
I'm going to bed right now. This is going to be really weird.
Okay.
Should we not just discuss this?
Okay, take her abilities instead.
Her abilities. Pix Fairy Companion. Passive. Pix fires magical bolts of energy whenever he hits. His owner's attacks another enemy unit. These bolts are homing but can be intercepted by other units.
Okay, so the idea is she has the pet that's running around being awesome. The fairy.
Yes.
Fairy.
I'm going to believe this is going to be the next Tarek in gayness.
I think too. Anyway, so it's kind of running around and it can shoot bolts that can be intercepted. That's actually pretty cool. I'm just kind of wondering. It feels like she will be able to deal damage to enemy champions with it, but she has to micro it a lot.
You know what? She's going to be really annoying, as far as I know. But it's not a bit like the Blitzcrank Ultimate when you don't activate it. There's just random damage.
Yeah, kinda actually.
That must be really annoying for your AD character to have random damage from her all the time.
Yeah, it must.
Especially because this is not an ultimate. This is passive.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, it's a passive. It's
well, it kind of tries to attack the same thing as Lulu, but it will get intercepted on every attack. So it is kind of random damage and sometimes bonus damage.
Yeah.
I think she's one of those champions where you don't want to meet her in the forest, but other than that, she's pretty weak.
Yeah. I really don't hope she's going to get tanky.
I don't hope either.
Yeah.
Okay, so Little Lance.
Little Lance.
Pix and Lulu each fire a bolt of magical energy that heavily slows all enemies hit. An enemy can only be damaged by one bolt.
So
again, if she can micro that little thing, fairy, whatever you call it, Fae. Whatever. She can do some pretty good stuff with it. I mean, if she sends it in and fire a bolt, she can kind of fire two bolts at the same target and kind of confuse people where she is.
She actually has a double chance of hitting anybody with a slow, compared to any other champion who actually only have one chance.
That's true.
It's a bit like as I see it, it's a bit like the Cogmore one, where you just fire the line out.
Yeah,
she can fire two lines.
So yes, she has double chance. Again, if she can micro it, then she could possibly get it close, or get her Fae. Let's just call it the Fae then. She can get it close to an enemy champion, and then she had double chance of hitting it and really getting two good chances at it.
Yeah.
You have to dodge two slows, two skill shots actually. That might be pretty cool. So Whimsy, if cast on an ally, grants the movement speed and ability power for a short time. If cast on an enemy, it turns them into an adorable krill that can attack or cast spells.
How adorable!
Well, I'm not really sure about that one because
it sounds like something you really could use in the mid lane.
Yeah, it is. But still, Fiddlesticks Fear works kind of the same way, except you can't run.
And now you can run.
Yeah, that's the point. And Fiddlesticks isn't very strong there. Well, now she has some AoE skills that can probably be good for farming.
Yeah.
So I guess perhaps she can be good in mid lane.
Can be good because she have all this extra damage coming from her.
Yeah.
And when the enemy just can't do anything against her, it's just free damage all the time.
I'm thinking the same thing, but still, I'm not sure how she's going to work out. Also, about the movement speed and ability power, that can either be very overpowered as support.
Yes, yeah.
Or it can be very underpowered. I'm kind of thinking, if it's not really enough ability power to actually do something, then it's going to be that skill you pick until late game, where you just pop it on your AP carry, and
yeah, it can be used on herself, right?
I think it can.
But it's on an ally, so.
Well, I think she can cast it on herself. It's just ally or enemy.
If it can be on herself, this is definitely something that can be used in the mid lane.
It is, definitely. But still, again, if it's not really that much ability power, then you'll probably pick her other skills instead.
Yeah, probably. Oh, to take the next one. Help picks. If cast on an ally, commands picks to jump to an ally and shield them. He then follows them and aids their attacks. If cast on an enemy, command picks to jump to an enemy and damage them. He then follows them and grants you vision of that enemy. It's a bit like Oriana's ball.
It is.
On a friend
She
attack.
actually seems a lot like Oriana. I'm kind of just wondering about the way you can just throw it at an enemy. It has long range in team fights. Then you'll pretty much be able to spot them.
Yeah, you can see
without even going close.
You can see the fiddlesticks. If he suddenly is in the fight and he wants to jump, you can just throw it on him when he's going out.
Yep,
and then
that's it.
You know when he comes in.
So that will be a lot of based on duration and range.
Yeah.
Because if you can throw it at a pretty long range and last like 10 seconds, you can pretty much ruin a team fight with it.
You can.
Also about the other ability, Whimsy, I just thought, how about giving that to Morgana? Then she'll just be able to sprint in, pop her ultimate with increased ability power, and wreck a team. Or perhaps give it to Fiddlesticks, just as she jumps in, then be able to chase people with increased ability power.
That's actually right. It's really, really good on AP champions.
So I'm kind of thinking that
she
might become very deadly.
Right, yeah.
Or she might be very underpowered. It kind of depends on how they're scaling the abilities.
Yeah.
And Wild Growth. Lulu enlarges an ally, knocking enemies away from them and granting them a large amount of bonus health for the next few seconds. That ally against an aura that slows nearby enemies. Again, that kind of sounds like Nasa's and Renekton's ultimate, except you can target people with it.
Yeah, it's like, what will happen if you target Nasus or Renekton with this one?
Then you'll just have a very big killing machine and a very annoyed champion, because they've got AoE damage around them that hurts quite a lot, and then you just enlarge them and knocks everyone away.
Yeah, but the knocking back, it sounds more like you want to put this on your AD carry if they can focused. Then just pop this on it, and then they're free and they can just keep shooting. It's like the Janna ult. You throw in Janna ult on your AD carry, and then they can just start shooting again and get all their life back.
That's actually true. It does sound like just, hey, I saved you, now go do something.
Yeah.
And really, if you combine, I can imagine on an AP carry as well, it wouldn't be that bad.
No, maybe not.
I'm just thinking, if you're having an AP carry getting focused, then people get knocked back, and then you get the bonus health and the slow, then you will be able to keep close. Most of the AP carries don't really have a slow or anything to keep champions near them.
No.
So if you can put the knockback so people get knocked into a wall, and you just kind of trap them with your AP carry, that's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
I can imagine she's good when doing teamfights in the forest, but teamfights in the lanes just seems weak.
Yeah.
She kind of needs those close spaces to get the most of her abilities. Yeah. And creeps will really destroy her abilities.
Yeah.
Just seems.
Well, it's going to be really interesting to see what she can do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to her.
Yeah, me too.
She might be overpowered, she might be underpowered, I'm not really sure.
But one thing is for certain, she is really creepy.
She is. Kinda.
No, I'm scared.
The thing about it is, with Fiora, when you saw her being added, you could already see from abilities that she was going to be very, very strong. You could see she was going to be strong. Now you're looking at this, and I'm just really confused. I'd love to see her being played as an offensive AP carry, but I think she'll, if she's end up being underpowered, I think she'll go to be a support, support only.
Yeah, probably right. But I think she have more potential than Karma, for example, had, because you have to steal the AD carry's kills to get Karma to a good point.
Yeah.
And I don't think Lulu needs to do that.
No, I don't think so either. Well, based on her getting ability power from her, was Whimsy. That actually sounds pretty good. It sounds like she can go into mid game without having to buy items and still actually do some damage
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about with her going mid is the lack of damage.
Yeah, that's the only thing, actually.
But other than that, well, it seems like you hit a very good spot for once.
Let's move on to the other things we heard in the patch preview.
Yeah, they started up talking about Rammus.
Rammus' base stats is
going down.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, Rammus is very strong early game.
Yeah, and mid game and late game. If you just get the Thornmail on Rammus and just Powerball in,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
And the fact that he can jungle so well while being such a good top laner too,
that's insane.
Yeah. The only thing that's annoying me a bit is when they nerf base attack damage, because it always makes it that little bit harder to last hit for a week.
That's right. But then maybe he's getting in the jungle.
Yeah.
That's...
You might actually get some more jungle spots. No.
Yeah. The Powerball too.
The Powerball change. That's something I wish they had added a lot earlier. Yeah. Because I've been in the game since beta. So
yeah. And just spinning helplessly around in front of an enemy, that's really annoying.
Yeah. I never really got used to Powerball. That's one of the reasons I've never played Rammus. I kind of never got used to how it works and how you're just rolling around with it.
No, it's really, really good. Just that part of it just ruins everything.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that could actually make it not easier to play Rammus, but easier to get into playing Rammus, I guess.
And easier not to just throw your computer out of the window, because it's really annoying that you can't do anything inside your jungle.
Yeah. Then talk about Shaco.
Shaco.
I'm actually glad they're looking into him, because early game you can get a first blood in level 2, while the mid is still level 1.
Yeah.
That's almost too much.
It's just...
It is too much.
There's nothing you can do. Well, you can flash.
You can waste a summoner spell and you'll still have to go back.
Yeah, because it's just...
Even if you don't get the 300 or 400 gold from first blood, you're still going to send their mid carry away for
while your mid carry just can do whatever it wants in mid.
Yeah, push the tower and get some... The only thing I really can do about that is if the other team's jungle is fast to get out to mid lane and kind of hold it.
Yeah, but that's normally not the case.
No, it's not. Because the jungle is just starting to get his buffs and...
Yeah. On the other side, they're doing him more viable in late game, and that's actually quite good, because I've very often seen this Shaco, or when I play Shaco, jungle Shaco, he's just nothing in late game. He's just going in, drop a box, and then he's dead.
Yeah, pretty much. I was actually wondering about that too, because you can kind of get the enemy AP carry if it's standing behind like Lux or I don't know, Seraph. Then you can just kill them while they're stunned
or snared or whatever.
Yeah, and kind of away from the team.
Yeah.
But
if you go into a team fight, he's just useless. Almost.
Well, he's not even going to be focused. He's just going to get AoE down because he has no survivability.
Yeah.
And he scales so badly that he kind of needs to go 100% offensive items to just be able to do anything.
Yeah.
So what are they doing? They're changing some of his AP scaling into AD scaling.
Yeah, much better.
Because the way he scaled with AP right now on his boxes, for example.
Yeah.
The way he gets both bonus damage to Two-shiv poison and the boxes, that's too much. So if his Two-shiv goes to 80, then he'll definitely be very strong late game.
Yeah.
Do you actually believe you can go tanky on them? Perhaps actually
Shaco?
Actually go a bit tanky and then perhaps get Atmos.
That could actually be viable, but...
I'm actually wondering if that will be okay. Because Shaco, he actually benefits a lot from going in. I can imagine going in with a duplicate and himself being quite tanky could actually be a very good thing. Because you're kind of putting yourself in a 6 against 5 situation.
That's true, but many times you actually want your duplicate to explode and deal that damage.
Of course. But if you're a good player, then you might be able to dupe people into attacking the false Shaco.
That's true, but you can easily see what's the wrong one, because he has less HP than you do. And if you just see one go really, really fast down and one not, you know that's the fake one.
Yeah, but at that point, people might actually... If it is pretty tanky, then people might actually have been putting a lot of effort into killing it and seeing it go. I can imagine it's kind of one of those surprise things where, surprise, I'm tanky.
Yeah.
And then you might get a good game out of that.
Yeah. But the only bad thing actually is that they will ruin AP Shaco.
Yeah, AP Shaco is probably gone for good.
Yeah. Not coming back at all.
But honestly, having an AP jungler, it's just kind of weird.
It can work.
It can.
Maokai.
Maokai can do it, but he kind of steals a lot of blue buffs from the AP carry.
He does. He definitely does.
That's the problem with him.
But the good thing is, if you are purple team, it's the bottom one, isn't it?
The bottom team, that's the blue team.
There's a blue team. Blue team, yes. The blue team, you can give all your red buffs to AD carry in the beginning of the game.
That's true. And that's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good. An AD carry with the red buff, it's just insane.
That 25% slow, I think it is 25% movement slow. That can really help you get some ganks.
Yeah. Especially because you are Maokai and you can just twist it around someone.
Yeah. So if you have both slow and roots, then it's going to be some easy kills.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you're going to play something like... Soraka isn't the best for that one, but... what's it called? Janna. If you're playing Janna, then you can get a really good combo up with Tornado, Slow, and Roots.
Yeah.
And then you will pretty much have some...
You will pretty much have killed everything in the bot lane.
Okay, so let's go to Jax. He's getting his ultimate changed.
Whoa, changing Jax, that's a new thing.
Yeah, it is.
Or maybe not.
I'm actually impressed he didn't get changed last patch. He kind of gets changed every patch.
Yeah, that's true.
So his ultimate is gaining armor and magic resistance instead of AP and AD. That's actually a quite nice change.
Quite nice change.
Because the problem with him is he kind of runs into a team fight and he gets nukes down and then you have lost him. He deals a very, very high amount of damage. He can kill an AD carry in a couple of seconds. Just jump in with a stun and you have killed the AD carry.
Yeah, and now you can jump in with a stun and survive everything.
It might make him overpowered, but I honestly think it's just going to make him viable. Or more viable.
More viable. But I think the state he is in now is that he's sort of an assassin right now.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's an assassin, and now he's going to be an insane tanky dude who's just going to kill everything.
But I guess that's kind of the way they want to go with Shaco as well. I think they're trying to put some more tankiness into the assassin types.
Maybe, but that's not really the way of an assassin.
No, it's not, but still, an assassin that gets a kill and doesn't get out, that's not a very good assassin.
That's true, but an assassin is good one-on-one, and now they're doing it so an assassin can kill everything and still survive a team fight.
Well, yeah. I'm just wondering, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see, it's a bit meh.
It's a bit early to determine, and we don't know the scaling. If it scales as it does right now, then definitely he will be overpowered. I can imagine Jax going out having almost 115 bonus armor, bonus magic resistance.
That's just insane. Plain insane.
Because if it's scaling from 20% of his damage like this now, then he will go out and have probably 150 armor or something like that.
He doesn't even need to build anything.
No, he doesn't need to build tanky, he is tanky.
Yeah.
And his ultimate has such a short cooldown that he will just go and wreck people. Perhaps he could almost buy a support item giving armor and cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
Just to add to it.
Yeah. I think that covers Jax. Should we go to Irelia?
Yeah, let's do it.
The most loved character of all, and really the last one I would nerf in. Oh wait, no, it's Irelia. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah.
Better nerf Irelia.
Nerf. Yeah. Less HP region. Actually, quite good.
Yeah. I really like that change, to be honest.
Yeah. Now she actually don't just stay in lane forever.
No, and well, she does gain something when she uses it, but that will just make her more mana dependent, honestly.
Yeah.
You'll see some more people actually going for perhaps a Sheen or Trinity Force early game.
Yeah, but it's just not that good on her. That's the only problem.
Yeah, she deals a lot of damage, but she doesn't really tank. I'm wondering if you could actually, perhaps, you'll actually end up going with some attack speed and making her more offensive with this change. And kind of try and balance damage for balance cooldown reduction with ability, armor, magic resistance, HP. I think she might be hitting a spot where she's kinda the Ezreal for tanks.
The Ezreal for tanks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Also, she's getting her ultimate nerfed.
Her ultimate. Oh.
It's going to have a longer cooldown.
Longer. Yeah.
Meaning she won't be able to stay as much in lane as she is right now.
Yeah. She won't be able. Yeah. And now she's not going to hit minions with her ultimate anymore. Perhaps.
I don't think it's actually going to mean a lot to her, because I think you'll just try and use it more intelligently.
Than just when you want
instead of just killing a creep wave.
Yeah.
You'll actually try and hit a champion with it every time.
Yeah.
So you can harass a person out of lane.
Yeah. Actually, it was quite good before just to use it, because you could kill an entire minion wave and then you could just go back, because your minion wave would just push the tower instantly.
And
so you have absolutely no trouble getting back before your tower is getting threatened.
Not at all. And the other bonus part was then when you have pushed the entire creep wave to the enemy tower, the enemy champion will have a very hard time getting the last hits.
Yeah.
And you'll actually just gain a lot of time to get back.
Yeah. And that's what we won't see much after this.
No, I think Irelia will still be a very, very strong top laner.
Very strong.
I mean, she can still activate Hiten Style.
Hiten Style.
I have to repeat it every time. But she can still activate and get the full health back, and her ultimate is still going to be a strong damager.
Yeah, definitely.
And again, I still think we're going to see a bit more offensive Irelia.
Offensive? Maybe offensive, yeah.
Also, about the lifesteal nerf we're going to talk about next, if AD carries are going away, will have to go away from damage to get some defensive because of the lifesteal nerf.
Yeah.
Then Irelia will probably be able to go a bit more offensive while still being defensive.
That's actually true. Yeah.
So she might actually have a chance to go offensive for once, instead of just going all out tank and just rely on her Hiten Style to deal damage. Oh, and yeah, let's just go to the lifesteal nerf now.
No. I hate you.
Yeah, Wriggle's Blanton's getting nerfed, Bloodthirster's getting nerfed, and Vampiric getting nerfed.
My jungle is ruined.
Vamp Scepter makes sense. You have to agree with that one.
No, I want it. I want to have 27% lifesteal from the start of the game.
Well, it is 12% lifesteal for 450 gold. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, Bloodthirster have a hard time comparing yourself with it. I mean, you could just buy 2 Vamp Scepters and have 24% passive.
Passive, yeah.
And honestly, that will just make you able to stay in lane forever.
Yeah.
Especially on a character like Caitlyn, who has a lot of damage, and I can imagine Cyan also, if you wanted to.
Yeah, if you want to go AD Cyan, which is awesome.
Hey, that is a very strong. So with it getting nerfed, I actually think perhaps you're going to see Doran's Blade in the jungle.
Don't? Yeah.
But perhaps, I mean, the lifesteal and the damage, it makes you
3% lifesteal.
It is, but you still get damage and health from it. So I can imagine if you go lifesteal runes.
Yeah.
Lifesteal runes will definitely be.
That will be the new thing. Yeah, you need them.
Of course, based on the kind of jungle you're playing. I mean, a jungle like Nocturne, I still think will go for armor penetration.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he has a very offensive jungle. But I think those kind of more tanky will want to go
like
for it.
Shen, for example.
Shen or perhaps Trundle.
Trundle, yeah.
I'm still wondering about that. And Doran's Blade, I know that will slow down your Wriggles buying it, but I can imagine actually not being that bad.
Maybe not even getting Wriggles, actually. Maybe just getting a late Bloodthirster now.
Perhaps. Or an early Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
That might be a possibility. Or perhaps stacking 2 Vamp Scepters.
Yeah, that could also work.
I'm wondering, it's going to be interesting to see. But I still think people will go for the Wriggles just for the burst damage.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Bloodthirster on the other hand, I can understand the nerf.
Yeah.
It is such a powerful item right now.
Just to watch an AD carry just try to burst down, get all her health back in 6 shots. That's just insane.
Yeah, I know for a fact that Nocturne can almost get his full health back on a single attack. Having critted with... I had Bloodthirster and Infinity Edge and Wriggles. And I crit on a creep camp, on a Wraith camp, and I got 1400 health back.
That's just...
I mean, you can't really compete for that.
No, you can't.
That is a lot.
Mm.
So I understand the Bloodthirster now. I'm just wondering what that will mean, how Bloodthirster is going to play into the meta game. If people are going to go for affinity as first, or they're going to get tanky, or what they're going to build.
I think they're actually going to get more tanky items. I think we will actually see Warmogs more often than we do now, or perhaps what it's called Force of Nature. We don't see that at all right now.
No, we don't. I think that will depend much on the game.
But if you get a Force of Nature, you get so much health regen, and if you just kill somebody, it's just getting you right up after the battle.
I'm also wondering if people go for Thornmail. That's a cheap item for more damage and a lot of survivability.
Yeah, now you don't see much more health, lifesteal. You will actually see that more, I think, because if you get 30% of that lifesteal off, and some people still have 40% lifesteal, and it's just, oh no, I get less health, and now you're dead, and now I'm full on health anyway.
Yeah, the problem with Thornmail is right now, you're kind of keeping that lifesteal down while they're hitting you, but as soon as they hit a creep, I mean, even with Misfortune, you could just be staying there, pounding away people, and then just, double up a creep or two, and then get almost 1200 health back if you crit on it. Same with Gangplank, actually. He can also just parley
a creep, yeah.
While he's going mad. While he's going mad at some champion. Yeah. We missed some things again. No, we didn't.
No matter.
Thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah.
It'd be bad if it just caught off randomly.
Yeah.
Okay, so BT, Bloodthirster is getting boosted as well.
Boosted, yeah. The amount of stacks you get, you don't get caught in half when you die.
That is a quality of life change.
Yeah.
I'm welcoming.
Yeah, I'm so tired of being AD carry and then just have to tell my team, sorry guys, I died, can we please stop fighting for 15 minutes? I need to get my stacks up again.
The problem with it isn't really getting the stacks back. The problem with it is that if you don't have a creep wave attacking your base and you can just go up and cleave everything down there,
yeah, true,
then it basically adds another 30 seconds to your rest timer, more or less, because you won't be as effective for that.
No.
And those 10% lifesteal, that can be a lot.
Yeah. And if you died, for example, if you attack the enemy base and you die, all of your creep waves is pushed, and then you just have to go through the minion camps, raid camps, for example.
And that takes a long time.
Because there's only 4 minions in every camp, or 3 even, or 2.
There is 3. If you go, there's the blue buff with 3, then which won't take as an AD carry.
Yeah, and there's wolves with 3. 4 in raids and 3 in red and 2 in golems.
And that's not even half the stacks.
No.
That's very bad.
Yeah.
So and even if you get in the enemy jungle, you still be 14 stacks behind or something like that.
Yeah.
And even though it's not that much lifesteal at that point, it's still enough to perhaps get you killed.
Yeah, definitely is.
I'm also wondering what this will mean for Exhaust. Right now, one of the main reasons you pick Exhaust is to get the AD carry down. Reducing that damage by 75% auto attack damage will mean they have no lifesteal.
Yeah.
And then you can easily get them down. I'm wondering if Exhaust is going to see...
I think it actually will go more to a jungle choice now. Because it mainly only will be the slow you want.
Yeah. I'm really wondering if this lifesteal nerf will mean anything to the game. I'm also wondering if we're going to see some more items.
More items, yeah.
More items being used, like Executioner's Calling or Bilgewater Cutlass.
And Seek's Herald.
Seek's Herald is a very underrated item, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
I never see it used. It's kind of like the new item they added, isn't it called Iron Locket of the Solari? The one that gives a shield.
Oh, yeah, the one you get if you have...
I think it's Philosopher's.
No, I think it's Heart of Gold. Because you get Irelias from your Philosophers, and then you get a Iron Lucari thingy. The one who looks like an eagle.
Yeah, the one who looks like an eagle.
Yes, bronze eagle.
Locket of the Iron Solari, I'm pretty sure it's called that.
Yeah. If you get that now, you get it from your Heart of Gold. And I think it's actually, I don't think it's lifesteal, I think it's a health regen.
Well, it gives health regen and it gives a shield, but it's still... It's kind of sad to see a new item being added but never used.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
It's actually a pretty good support item, except the shield, it just isn't enough, honestly.
No.
not the way AD carries are being played right now, because AD carries more or less can just 3 or 4 shot people.
Yeah.
And definitely your support will just run in and die most of the time, unless you're playing Alistair.
Then you run in and throw people up and then die.
No, you run in, throw people up, survive for, 5 or 7 seconds?
Yeah.
His ulti is up, then you die.
Yeah.
The 70% damage reduction is very good.
Yeah.
For staying alive. Oh well, is there anything else we should talk about?
No, not before the patch notes getting released.
No, let's take another episode
to get the rest. Yeah.
Then we can actually conclude on how the lifesteal numbers are going to be, because we don't have any numbers right now, and that makes it hard to
say how much it's going to be. There's a difference between saying Vamsip is going to be half the lifesteal or just getting 1% less.
Yeah, we're going down to 10%. That's not gonna matter at all.
No.
Bloodthirster is going for 20. Is it 25%? I think.
Yeah, 25.
And if it's going to 20, then it's not going to be that much.
No. Yeah, we can't really conclude on much on this, but I think it's basically it's a really good patch. Really good patch, actually. I think.
Yeah, I actually think this is going to change the metagame around.
Yeah.
Hopefully in a good way.
Hopefully, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
We will see you next time.
When we record again.
Yeah.